And there's an airplane.
Naturally. Seatbelts fasten. Okay, ready? Hi everyone, I'm Lori Searle, and this is Jacqueline Sonderling, and this is Yoga and Fitness to Go. This segment is called Juicy Joints.
Yum.
Yum. Oh, gross. Joints are the place in the body where bone meets bone. It's the place that keeps us flexible and youthful from young age to old age. So we're just going to show you some really easy things that you can do whenever you've got time. You can probably do this even while you're driving, maybe not the head rolls, but you can do some of it while you're driving. You can do it while you're watching TV. You can do it with friends. You can do it with family. You can do it pretty much anywhere. And it's just a great way to lubricate the joints so we can keep our muscles strong and keep ourselves flexible and supple as we travel through our years. Okay, so we're going to start from head and we're going to work our way to toes. We'll start with our head roll. So you're just going to take the chin down towards the chest, a nice slow roll, ear towards, or right ear towards the right shoulder. Take it all the way back. Make sure your shoulders stay relaxed and not up towards the ears while you do this. Take it over to the left side, chin back down towards the chest. Try to see if you can do a couple rotations, well maybe more than a couple rotations. And yes, it's normal to hear the Rice Krispie snap, crackle, and pop. So you're going to want to do a few rotations. Nice and slow too. You don't want to do it speedy because you might get dizzy. And then you'll do it all the way over in the other direction. Again, really making sure that you're relaxing the shoulders. So you can do this seated, you can do this standing. I would not recommend doing this while you're driving, but you could do this while watching your favorite TV program. Okay. And then once we're finished doing several rotations on both sides, and slowly lift the chin from the chest, and we'll start working with the shoulders. Now just doing shoulder rolls. It feels really good too. All of a sudden it feels like you feel like nice and open through the neck, which is what you want, right? Lots of tension builds up through the day. Driving in our cars, sitting back behind the computers. So it's good to just do this, even if it's for a few moments a day. Right, and you're going to start to roll those shoulders forward. A few times forward, a few times back. You'll start to move your elbows, get your elbows involved. So we all look a little like monkeys or fish. Take it in the other direction. Another part of the body that we don't think about too much are the wrists. So you want to rotate those wrists, making just little easy circles. And if you have tension that you carry in your wrists, like you'll feel this and you'll hear those little cracks. Those little cracks are good. When you hear the popping, that's not a bad thing. It just means that you're moving the air out of the joints. Again, lubricating the joints so you can stay nice and flexible. You can even wiggle those fingers. Swim forward, swimming back. So imagine you're typing and then start to sort of, it actually feels a little like sore. It's not easy. It's hard. Good. So from here, shake out the hands too when you're done. Okay, you can come to standing. You're going to get into the hips. So you're just going to do, I know this isn't our belly dancing segment. You're just going to get into the hip joints a little bit. Circling the hips. Circle the hips in the other direction. We're going to bring it down to the knees, baby. This is so much more fun when I do it with someone else. Right? Really, really easy, right? Oh, just a few minutes a day to do it. While we're standing, you can do this either seated or you can do it standing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this with the camera, but let's try to improvise here. So you can get into the ankle joints and just lift to the very tips of the toes and lower, lift and lower, or you can do this while seated. Just lift the heels and lower, lift the heels and lower. Now, you know what a great place to do this also is? The airplane, right? Yes.
Like
Excellent.
even if you're standing on your way and you're waiting, on the way to the bathroom, you can just do this. You might be turning on a few passengers, but you know it's a great thing to do. So lift and lower, lift and lower. And same thing. Now you're going to want to hang out on the heels of your feet and just lift the toes and the balls of the feet and then lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Yeah, it's great for the tops of the ankles, right? So you've got the backs of the ankles by the Achilles, fronts of the ankles, and then the same thing you did with your fingers, you're going to do with your toes, right? So you can rotate the ankle and wiggle the toes. This is just so you guys can see, right? Wiggle the toes. It's kind of hard to isolate them. Wiggle the toes, rotate the ankle.
Nothing makes
makes you feel less coordinated and trying to move your toes.
Exactly. Right? And then you might feel a little tense. The muscles might feel a little tense from doing that, right? We'll do the other side too, right? Rotate and wiggle, like you're waving to someone. And then when you're done, if you do have the room to stand, just shake it all out. And it's almost like you've taken a joint shower. A juicy shower. Now we can go to some joint now. Let's go to a joint. And that's pretty much it. So keep practicing. Add your juicy joints, right? You can do this before you take your yoga class. And thanks for joining us. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Thanks for joining us.
Joining us. Thanks for joining us. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. That was really funny. I'm so gonna put that up there.
I love it. Am I going to be recorded?
It was only 5 minutes, so YouTube.
We were so worried about that.